Hi again, folks. Okay, in this video, let's take a look at prospect Josh Bloom. Coming up. All right, guys, let me give the shout out here. I believe it's Matt. Shout out goes to Matt Soda. He asked me if I could do a prospect video on Josh Bloom, just a video on him. Most likely won't be a very long one there, Matt, but what I do suggest is for folks that aren't familiar with this young man, go check out some of his videos online. Check out some. There's quite a few out there you can look at, even videos from before he was drafted in the OHL. There's good videos out there on this kid. He's, well, let's take a look at the profile. Here we go. Okay, now you look at the numbers this year. Numbers are good, right? Numbers are good. Now take a look when we drafted him, guys. 3rd round, right? 95th overall. And look at his numbers, what they were. 54 games, 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points. And you're saying, well, God, I mean, obviously, you know, our scouting's doing something if they've seen something in this kid. He's 6'2", 180 pounds. And this year, he appears to be blossoming. I mean, look, 50 games played, 24 goals, 25 assists for 49 points. Currently a -12 on Saginaw. So far, so good in this kid's development. And keep in mind, everybody, he's a prospect. You know, most people say, I don't think he can do this. I don't care what you think. Who cares what I think? The main thing is he's a prospect, right? He's a prospect. And what's important about a prospect is that they develop. And this kid's developing. Will he be an NHLer? No way to know. There's no way to know. It's too soon. No way to know. But I'll tell you what, I see some of the Scotties, little softies on our team now, and I welcome a kid like this at 6'2", 180 pounds, even at this damn age, on this team, because I'm sick and tired of this team and their softness. I'm sick of it, guys. I am. Drives me nuts. But let's take a little more of an in-depth look at some numbers maybe that the Sabres and their scouting staff were looking at too when they drafted this kid, okay? One more clip. Here we go. Okay, so you take a look there. Now, when he was playing the under-16 AAA League, you know, you take a look. He was 33 games, 19 goals, 22 assists. And then, again, for the Toronto Nationals under-16, again, 66 games, 42 goals, 41 assists for 83 points. And then he starts his OHL career, basically. You see there, he had the 54 games, but I guarantee you that the Sabres were looking at those other, the year before. You know, they were looking at that. Let's face it, come on. The Sabres are looking at that too. Because there's no way you can judge a kid his first year in junior and, you know, he's not like a top 10 pick here. So this is what the Sabres were looking at. They see a kid that in AAA was a sniper. AAA is damn good hockey, guys. It's good hockey, believe me. Out here, sometimes you got to pay to go see it, you know? Like, it's good hockey, it is. So, I mean, I don't know out in Toronto what their programs are out there, but I could tell you out here in Montreal, AAA, you know, it's not free. You're lucky if you get in free because it's, you know, it usually costs a few bucks, kind of donating to the team, whatever it is, you know, they use it for, you know, little funds that they make. So what I'm hoping for in this kid is him to show a good camp next summer. Let's see what he does next summer at training camp. And I can tell you, Matt, if looking at what I've seen on videos of this kid, because I haven't seen him play live, but what I've seen on the videos, it's pretty impressive. He seems like a good kid. He seems well-mannered from what I can see. And he seems like he's a little shy also, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. But we're gonna get a better idea at training camp. It's hard. You know, we got to get to the prospects camp. It's the only way to really kind of gauge what's really going on with some of these kids, you know? Do you guys remember? Now, there's something I want to toss at you here. You might forget this, okay? Who used to be the guy they said every year for about 2 years, 3 years, I think at least two, right? 2, yeah. the last 2 prospect camps, okay, and training camps, they mixed them in, right? Who was the guy they said was the hardest worker on the ice? There's a trivia for you. Do you remember? I'm going to give you 5 seconds because this one, I remember. Tage Thompson. They said Tage Thompson, his work ethic was outstanding. And then he went in and had just a year, you know, but look at this year, how he's blossomed. Take a look at this year. What I've seen with Tage this year is a guy that deserves. There's a guy I'll say that deserves a contract when he gets one because he went from being the pits into a young man into a damn good young hockey player now, what we got with this guy. So, and he's not scared to play it hard. So I like that about Tage, you know? And that's why I'm comparing this kid maybe to him because he OHL, I'm not talking NHL yet. Stay with me here. OHL, he's kind of done in the OHL what Tage did in the NHL, all at the same time, you know what I mean? It's like he didn't have the greatest year last year, let's face it. If you look at those numbers, they weren't that good. But what he's done since he's come up into his second year, right, in junior, he's definitely belongs in junior hockey. Because sometimes you draft somebody, guys, and it just doesn't work out even in junior. He looked good, and then he just goes like this in junior. Forget the NHL. In junior, it can happen. The downward spiral. That can happen. This year, it looks like that Adams and his boys knew what they were doing drafting this kid from what I'm seeing. And the opinion of the coaches and stuff. If you go look online, you'll see some interesting clips of this kid. He's so far so good, you know. So no complaints with his development. I do hope we see this kid especially in our prospects camp next summer, and we'll get a better look at him and really kind of gauge where he's at. You know, really get a good look at him back, you know, like around August, September. We'll get a much better look at him then, because right now, again, he's playing with guys that are at his level. I want to see this kid come up into our camp where he's all of a sudden he's against some guys that are 22, 23, you know? We'll see then how he looks. So, okay, that's it for this one, guys. I got another one coming at you, and I'll see you in that one. Have a good one.